Herzog and Rutte, we know you're scared. You thought the sight of us uniting is rare. You thought those who speak justice will be impaired. You underestimated how much we cared when you dared to speak for all Jews while massacring Palestinians, as we all heard you declare. But as I grew up, I've been taught the difference between the Zionist and a Jew. As a child, I've read up on an anti-Semitic Europe and how their colonies from the Middle East never actually withdrew. I never knew that I'd come here and have to explain how this is untrue, how the Semite is not referring only to those who speak Hebrew, and that inherently Zionism goes against Judaism. To me, there was no other point of view. I thought this was widely understood until I came to Europe, and I had to explain the difference that I knew. Let's make it clear we're gathered here today because this is an insult to both people we've come here and discussed. They invite a criminal in the honor of a Holocaust memorial. In the same country, he's internationally accused of genocide. That thought alone should leave us terrified. Let's make it clear that when the Holocaust came to an end here, while the people could finally shed tears, my people started living in fear. My people of all religions, and for 76 years, it's been continuing as Western governments like this one knew and cheered. Everyone here knows what it's like to have your identity smeared. Since 1948, Israel is a terrorist state founded on hate, claiming to love the land that they desecrate, and its people with force they subjugate. My people were executed, persecuted for the crimes of an anti-Semitic Europe, prosecuted. But their olive trees were derooted, their water polluted, their lands looted, their rich history diluted. Expelled and substituted, their massacres still today disputed, and their voices muted. As their colonizers concluded that from their own land they ought to be excluded. Also that the Supreme can facilitate this scheme when they should actually instead redeem themselves to humanity. They come to cut a ribbon in vanity as history repeats itself with their support of criminality. What kind of irrationality to invite today's perpetrator causing mass fatality in such brutality, while people still talk to me about proportionality. For over 5 months and 76 years, they've ignored our chants and screams about the genocidal Israeli regime as they continue to support their bloodthirsty machines. But it seems they want us to stay quiet. While they whitewash and spread lies about what we see with our own eyes. 5 months demanding to sanction and cut ties and the Netherlands supplies. And with its allies it devised a plan to call us anti-Semites. Silencing our voices that rise, ignoring our cries about the bombs dropping from the skies. And then to our surprise, they invite the criminal that has no privilege and no right to taint the memory of over 6 million and 35,000 killed, and the rest will survive. I lived and to see the day a European accuses me of anti-Semitism for rejecting and resisting Western colonialism after condemning Nazism but hailing Zionism as they feed their Western imperialism in the name of fighting terrorism. But who here is defining terrorism? Is it not the Zionist entity eradicating my identity? Is it not the intensity in which they bomb a strip of 2.3 million civilians in density? Is it not the extremity that creates apartheid and disparity? Hey, Mr. Khan, here's your chance. Amsterdam to The Hague is not a long distance. Prove to us that your international law's existence. I cannot fathom this mentally. You invite the abuser of the Holocaust to honor this tragedy while he's committing a new atrocity. What hypocrisy has this democracy to simultaneously distort present-day reality and history? The same people who dehumanized like they did 80 years ago, who were complicit, the same ones that ask another criminal to visit, to be reminiscent, to take a minute, while they have made it very explicit to them, Palestinians are nothing but a digit, and Zionists, they impose no limit. Never again was just bullshit. It's been happening all along. How ironic. They think we're moronic. Their racism exposed for chronic. As their gestures, merely symbolic. 3 generations under brutal occupation. And you still uphold the Zionist narration. Manipulation of this war of information, calling ethnic cleansing voluntary migration. Genocide, bombs, snipers, lack of medication, dehydration, starvation. According to Zionist declaration. And you give us empty promises of ceasefire and phrases of mediations, while Palestinians face their annihilation. They want to break our determination, but we're here to tell you, Rutte, Herzog, not in your fucking wildest imagination. To this government, criminals might be immune. They dangle to us a ceasefire soon, to silence us and to make us content, allowing Zionists to think they're immune by inviting them to such an event. The president with clear genocidal intent, as we speak, bombing refugees in tents. The same reality they try to augment when we see their torment. We see the bodies of children under cement. Do they never repent? No, they just circumvent. But we will not relent, we will not yield. Your lies can no longer be concealed. Your propaganda veil has been revealed. You can no longer behind your shield. Let's be clear. In you we do not trust. With your airdrops that kill people, more people for your PR stunts, we will fight together, Palestinians and Jews, for a world that is just. Zionists will never divide us till Palestine is free. From the river to the sea, a free Palestine is an indisputable must.
Yes!
Let me end by saying this. You do not get to pretend to reminisce, living in your ignorant bliss, still vilifying those who resist. Your ruthless oppression you create, while our cause you dismiss. We'll say it loud, we'll say it clear. Zionists are not welcome here. We will take our countries back. You can deny it, but we'll remind you of this one fact. I am human, I am Palestinian. You do not get to use their Jewish name to justify my pain. While I live on foreign terrain, both peoples forever bloodstained. Again, because of your race supremacy campaign, we are condemned to forever explain our anger we can no longer contain. When our cries go blatantly in vain, silent we shall not remain. Your empire will not sustain. Our land we've come to claim. Liberation is our aim. We are all human. We are all Palestinian. We are not pawns in your game. We are all human. We are all Palestinian. We hear of human rights, but we see nothing humane. Thank you.